Welcome back. We really don't have so much time on our hands, but what we have done, well, as far as I'm concerned, I will commend myself. But then we really have so much that we will not be able to do today. Right? Let's quickly see how far we can still go. Malam, I put this question to you. Airtel Africa. Looking at their result, turnover grew by 22.53%. That is the Naira account now, not the dollar. Then profit after tax grew by 96.93%. Earning per share grew to 56 Naira 99 kobo from 28 Naira 94 kobo at a price of 1,271 on the floor of the NGS. PE ratio is 22.3. Earnings yield is just 4.48%. Profit margin is 14.72%. Looking at this result, on the face value, one would say it is good. But now comparing it with others, can you really say this result is good? Or you are just looking at the dollar income, when converted to Naira, you make a lot of money, or you just want to be sentimental?
Well, Airtel, I first respect Airtel for doing one thing. For doing us a favor, decided to list Airtel Africa, not Airtel Nigeria. And for that single act, I respect Airtel. Secondly, this is a stock perfectly you can trade in London, you can trade in Nigeria. And they rank pari passu. And don't forget, it's the only stock in the Nigerian stock exchange today that has a fair value of $1. $1 is the fair value. So for me, I expect people to take position in Airtel. Within this year, go and write it, Airtel will be the most prized stock in the Nigerian exchange.
Malam.
I have no doubt over it.
Malam.
Even at the current price it's going, it's just a matter of time. This stock is going to be number one in terms of prices.
Malam, let us stay within context here. We're talking about this result that has been released.
The result is not bad, but let me tell you, the most interesting thing, they pay you in dollars. And because of the valuation of Naira, even if they return the same fee, you see that you get more Naira. And this is what the investors are interested in.
All right, Arena, will you say this result is good?
On the stretch of the figures, yes, it's good. Well, if you want to talk about NEC, this is stock that is trading over 1,000. What NEC do you think that we have? It's a big stock. I think it's...
in other words, you are telling me technically, when the price of a stock gets to a certain level, earnings yield should not be the basis of intending to invest in it.
Look at any seed of Nestle and say how fantastic it is. Because how much do you think that this price can go? Like you said, they might be the most priced stock, maybe 1,600, maybe from 1,271, but it now depends on it's the market that will determine that, because we know that as we speak now, Nestle is the most priced stock. But on the strength of this result, I think that's right.
Okay, now looking at the performance as I can see here, this is equity that can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, no activity. It will just come one day, boom, it will grow 10%, and then go to sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, and then move, and then can go as long as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, no activity, and it is good.
It's good because this is the stock not for the penny stocks. Look, let me tell you, go and check the rate that Nestle move. Airtel move faster and better than even Nestle. Yet nobody consider Nestle as it because they are defensive stock. A defensive stock, you don't treat them like any other stock. Yes, they can take time, but you don't lose money. Today, if you take position in Airtel, I can assure you will not lose money.
What
current earning,
are you expecting within 1 year?
I'm expecting a minimum of 25% gain before the end of the year.
And that is what you want me to go and put my money in?
Look, let me tell you, if you do not lose money,
when in 1 month,
when you don't lose money,
88%,
go and find out people that invest in Nestle, Airtel, they don't lose money.
Those
So if you gain even, you remain break even is good. Talk less of gaining 20-25%. And this is a stock that I assure
this
you,
program is
before the end of this year, this stock will be the most expensive stock. Go and write it.
The program is so interesting that we really will ever have time enough, because this discussion, this one we started now, can stretch for another 15 minutes, but let's leave it there. Academy Press. Turnover grew by 117.58%. Profit after tax grew by 177.1% at an earning per share of 23 kobo and a price of 124 kobo. PE ratio 5.4. Earnings yield 18.53%. Profit margin, though low, 5.05. This equity is speaking. Academy Press. Aruna, what is your take?
It's speaking from, while we were discussing
and
it
it's
here,
speaking sweet language.
it was 30 kobo. We started with 30 kobo, it has gone to 1. In fact, during this trading session, it was because of lack of volume. It would have closed 1 at 36 kobo. It traded a few units at 136, just that there was no 100,000. Then, and even at a price of 124 kobo, the earnings is still at 18%. Which means that it has serious upward potential. It means that the stock will not be tired at 124.
Apparently, madam, one of the low price equities we are talking about for 2022.
Yes, I believe that people should respect the rebouncing back of their academic. The education sector is now coming back without any closure, and therefore, company like Academic Press is their day.
Now,
so
madam,
take position now.
We really don't have time. We have to be very fast here. Please, you will need to follow through, because the table will be on the screen for you to just follow through. Look at these results. Prestige Insurance. I look at the change in earnings, 13.45%, PE ratio 7.23, earnings yield 13.83, profit margin 8.28. Good take. You're taking it, buy, sell, hold.
No, buy.
Aruna, I come to you. Sovereign Trust Insurance. The earning per share grew by 18.48%. PE ratio 3.35. Fantastic. Earnings yield 29.87%. Profit margin 6.41%. I know you don't do insurance, but with this result,
it's a stock that can do 50 kobo.
Sterling, Bank PLC. 45 kobo, at the price of 170 kobo, the change in the earning per share was 14.71%, PE ratio 3.80, earnings yield 26.35, profit margin 8.60. Where do you see Sterling, madam?
I see Sterling going above 2 naira. Don't forget, this is a bank that have gone into holding co because, one, they have gone into non-interest banking, and they give it a very strong this. And I believe now they go holding. There is a need for them to go back to the history.
All right,
they are good in the merchant banking.
The next one, May and Baker, at a price of 4.30 kobo, still low price. Marginal growth in the profit in the earnings, rather 1.53%. PE ratio 7.57. Earnings yield 13.20 and profit margin 8.23.
I would recommend a hold.
I've heard Shegun shouting, I've got to go. I have to respect him. He's the managing director here. He's the president of me now as I'm here. So Shegun, I've heard. I'm leaving. So this is how we round off today. We couldn't finish what we started, all right? But it is not possible for us to finish because there are too many things to discuss, all right? Relative to the time we've got. By the special grace of God, we're going to be continuing with this table next week. In fact, maybe before we begin to look at the market, we'll first of all take time to do this. If we have enough time, we'll do the market. I want to say a very big thank you to you, madam, for coming.
Thank you very much
for the knowledge you impart. And also, Aruna, for your time. Please call them at interval. This is the season they will be most useful to you.